Look in the mirror. Is the person looking back at you the real you, or a composite of what the world expects to see? Daily life requires us to navigate different environments by curating our behavior and dress. We put on a suit for the office or a uniform for the shift, adopting the specific posture that the room demands. We are naturally susceptible to these visual cues. We see a lab coat and assume authority. We see worn-out clothes and assume the opposite. Our perception is easily led by the optical illusion of identity. This creates a flaw in how society functions. We mistake the temporary costume a person wears for the actual, permanent human being underneath. William Shakespeare isolated this human blind spot in his comedy, Twelfth Night, using his protagonist Viola as the primary example. Shipwrecked in a foreign land, Viola realizes her vulnerability. To survive, she hides her identity, puts on a man's clothing, and adopts a fabricated name, Cesario. That simple wardrobe change triggers a cascade of chaos. Entire households fall in love with the wrong person, and rivalries ignite, all because the characters cannot see past the fabric. This 400-year-old plot proves that the outward markers we use to define who someone is are fluid. They can be manufactured or erased in a matter of minutes. To understand why this simple disguise causes such distress, Dr. Nagar suggests we view Shakespeare's plot through the framework of Indian knowledge systems. This philosophical lens is grounded in ancient Sanskrit texts, built on centuries of documented observation regarding the nature of the mind. These records identify the specific condition at work in the play. In Indian philosophy, it is called Maya. Maya is often misinterpreted as a magic trick or a visual hallucination of things that don't exist. Dr. Nagar defines it more precisely. Maya is the human tendency to accept external forms, titles, and temporary situations as the ultimate truth of a person's existence. Applying this definition to the shores of Illyria clarifies why the characters behave the way they do. The cast of Twelfth Night lives in a total state of Maya. Their perception of reality stops at the visible surface. Their emotional chaos is a direct result of this. They look at Viola's male attire and assumed name and believe those superficial layers are her absolute, unchanging reality. Shakespeare uses the theatrical disguise to highlight a universal danger, the risk of anchoring our sense of self to things that are destined to change. Consider the logical conclusion. If our job titles, our social status, and the daily roles we play can be altered or lost so easily, then those roles cannot be the source of our true fundamental identity. Indian knowledge systems suggest that if the costume of our lives is external and transient, the self must be the internal constant, the awareness that remains when the roles are stripped away. We are not the characters we play on the stage of life. We are the consciousness observing the performance from securely behind the mask. This shifts the focus from the play to your own daily life. Examine the titles, forms, and circumstances you currently accept as your own truth. How much of your identity is built on things that could vanish tomorrow? Dr. Nagar leaves us with one parting question. Are you merely performing your identity, or are you actually knowing yourself? Vande Matram.